Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. I'm sorry for not putting up more videos recently. I have tried, but I'm playing terribly. So don't expect much for this video. I have a feeling I'm going to die in short order. But I thought it was better to put something up rather than nothing. I've also spent some time reading the changelog, and there are some things I like and some things I don't like in the new version here. I believe Ouroboros here is a conjurer I've been working on, so let's create Neeblebreep. And Neeblebreep is going to be a Deep Elf wizard. I haven't played a wizard in an awfully long time. And Deep Elves, while being very fragile, make for a pretty tricky start. Especially with low magic dart here, so we have to be very careful. Finding a weapon early is paramount. Okay, this might very well mean my death already. Let's try to get their attention with shouting. There's one down. And the other one has wandered off somewhere. There we go. We'll pick up the club just in case we need to bash somebody. And off we go. My last video was flagged. It looks like Mr. Paul Odette has registered himself with YouTube, or YouTube has somehow ferreted out his work. My channel's a bit of a mess now with flagged videos, unfortunately. I will never be able to monetize it. Not that I was ever planning on such a thing. If I was going to change things up and do some more videos, I would probably create a new channel. Here's one of the changes I do like. Your weapons are identified immediately upon pickup. Oh, jackals, run. We have 3 mana, okay. We've passed the trickiest stage, which is having 4 mana, I believe you start with. Maybe 5. And a weak magic dart. So now we have a little more mana to work with. As you can see, I focus conjurations and leave spellcasting on as well. By the time you get to level 3, if your spellcasting is at 5, you'll be able to memorize most of the spells in your spellbook. And all of them are useful. I usually skip slow. But the Hex School has become a little more useful in this new version, so I might, why? I might end up memorizing slow just to get some hexes. It looks like caps locks was on there. And here we are at level 3. We'll raise our strength up, memorize Mephitic Cloud, memorize Blink, Conjure Flame, and Call Imp. Call Imp might be pretty important to my survival at this point. We should also start to work on dodging as soon as we get Mephitic Cloud fairly castable. I like now to get my conjurations up to about 5 before I start working on air. And I don't usually put any points into poison. Here's a nice sword. Let's see what it is. 0-0. I still have not seen the bottom of the lair or the bottom of the dungeon. I really haven't been playing very much. Summer's here, even though it's, I think, only 5 degrees outside here in Canada now. It's been a long winter, and it's nice to go outside and see the sun once in a while. I was a bit of a shut-in all the winter. Here we have a ruined dagger, so let's check it out. Dagger of Venom, which is an excellent find. We will stick with this. It works very well in conjunction with Mephitic Cloud as well. as you can confuse your enemies and then walk up and stab them, poison them, and they'll die slowly while being confused and wandering around aimlessly. We don't want to... Ow. Okay. We got poisoned here, which might be bad. They have changed poison as well as... I'm not quite sure how it works now. We'll pick up these needles. I think from what I understand, poison doesn't stack as it usually did before. Run. We'll see if we can poison him. There we go. It doesn't stack, but it has perhaps a chance to be a higher tier of poison. I'm not sure how it works. We'll figure it out as we go along. And I don't seem to be getting much better at this game. It's funny. Oh, I found a book. But it's a book of changes. And there's nothing there I want. Spider form can work as a sort of swiftness, but I'm not going to bother. Try Mephitic Cloud. Oh, he managed to not get confused by that. What was I talking about? Poison after that? I can't remember. Let's check our skills. 4.5 is our conjuration level and magic dart is maxed out. Probably because of our spell casting, so we'll drop that and throw some in air magic. And as soon as Mephitic Cloud gets castable, we are going to start training dodging. Found a nice ring there. More poison needles, we might as well pick them up. Wait out the poison and continue on. Ooh, okay. This is a good candidate for Mephitic Cloud. And we can just poison them as they come into contact with us. Ow, what was that? Let's poison them again. Or confuse them again. Somebody has a rod of something. And we can run in and confuse or poison up the, ow! He managed to recover and he hit me. I am going to have to blink here and what's our blink failure? 10%. I'll blink here. Oh, great. Still, it's not too bad. At least it didn't fail and I lived. Blink, I have bad luck with Blink. It has a tendency to kill me. Especially at low levels like this. I blink to the worst places possible. Okay, I think we might want to try out this ring. Ooh, wow. That kind of solves our blink problem. We'll get air magic up to 3 and then start on our dodging training. I'm going to be going with Sif Muna. Let's climb up the stairs. Find a different set of stairs to go down. I know I go with Sif Muna an awful lot, but as a wizard, it's kind of mandatory. And I really don't like Vahamid anymore. I just find him so hard to plan for. Ah, we got special poisons. Okay, let's heal wounds. Our poison is dropped to yellow tier, so it's not that bad. Uh-oh. Level 6, we're raising strength. And we'll take out that eye. That was a pretty bad combination of monsters to come into range. I will be continuing my major runs, Nashburger and Nordobort, soon. The dungeon is going to entirely change around me as soon as I load them. It is compatible with the new version of Crawl, They've also taken out the drinking of fountains. It seems a little bit like they're, to use a Skyrim talk, streamlining the game. I'm really upset about the... well, I'm not really upset, but I'm a little disappointed in the removal of all the racial weapons. I thought that added an interesting flavor to the game. But we've got some new gods. I'm not quite sure what this guy does. Dithmenos are constantly surrounded in an aura of shadow, the extent of which is reflective of their level of devotion. Dithmenos grants followers the ability to instantly step into the shadow of nearby creatures. Was that invisibility? Provided the shadow is still enough to do so. Huh. Dithmenos protects followers by occasionally shrouding those struck by attacks in dark smoke, so I guess that creates a fog effect. Sufficiently pious followers of Dithmenos will find their own shadow will begin to attack on its own. Well, that's kind of cool. And eventually gain the ability to assume the form of a shadow itself. So I suppose that's almost invisibility. Seems like a good stabber god. He likes it when he kills living beings, when he kills the undead. Kill. Yeah. Dislikes it when you light up the dungeon through fire magic or other magical means. Well, since I'm going to be relying on Conjure Flame, that might not be a good idea. But I'll have to try him out with a stabber one of these days. Let's confuse these guys. Looks like quite a few of them in there. Let them chop each other up a little bit. Keep a close eye on our mana. There we go. I think part of my problem is I play too aggressively most of the time, especially when I get into a routine. Rushing water, we have to find that sewer pretty quickly. I mean, I know what to do, but it's just usually a mental lapse that kills me. In that way, plank crawl is a little bit of a battle against yourself, which makes it a very good game. However, I have to admit, lately I've been a little burnt out on it, which is another reason why I haven't been uploading so many videos. And when you're burnt out on it, you don't tend to play very well. We're going to meet some more nasty rats up here pretty soon. Die. Air magic's at 3. Let's get our dodging up. It's time for some defense. I might even focus dodging. I'd like to get some dodging points in before we run into Sifmuna. There's a little more food here. Giant newts are one of my favorite things to eat in the dungeon, besides elves. Delicious. Let's get these scrolls and find our way out. And continue on with level 4. It's a good sign that the temples have started to show up already. Maybe we'll find an early temple to Sifmuna. Now, I find Deep Elf to be a pretty tricky race to play. One of my favorite wizard classes, even though it's unrecommended these days, is a Draconian. Even though they have no particular skill in magic, they're fairly tough. Oops, let's go up. Blink, blink. Poison's a lot more dangerous now, and I'm heavily poisoned. We better take up heal wounds. We'll blink and finish him off. wait out the poison. Draconians are fairly tough, and it teaches you to exercise a certain amount of restraint with your wizardly business, with your Dwimmercraft. Grinder. Alright, what are we gonna do? I don't have much I don't have much in the way of offense against Grinder. And he's paralyzed me already. This might be bad. I'm going to slowly run towards the stairs. He is taking damage. And the Crimson Imp unfortunately got the kill there. But that's alright. As long as I'm rid of him, I'm happy. Now, it's at this point, well, not quite at this point, but soon. Let's disable him. Once more, just for, uh-oh. Let's get him good and poisoned. Back off, disable Sigmund as well, or at least put up a cloud between us. And continue to back off. We can't see Sigmund, so we can't kill him yet. Oh, there he is. Now we can kill him. Sigmund's not too much of a threat if you have Mephitic Cloud. I'll poison him up and just peg him down with magic darts. There we go. It's kind of unfortunate I lost all that experience with Grinder, but that's alright. Let's try reading one of these 10 scrolls. I imagine it's Identify, and it is. And see what this is. Conservation. That's alright. Turn auto pickup back on since it was off. There's a leather armor. And I'm not sure if it's worth picking up or not. Let's just try it on and see if it's enchanted or not. Oops, I quivered it. Oh, it is a +2 leather armor. Okay, I suppose that's worth wearing. We'll drop our robe. It'll hit our dodging ability a little bit, but it should shave some damage off. I like the new graphics for the Orc Priest. And I did like the change they made to the snakes. How they were sort of a gray-green before. But they changed it back for some reason. I'm not sure why. Let's go in for a stab here. There we go. And they're all dead. Thanks to our Mephitic Cloud. Still no sign of the temple and Sif Muna. But that's alright. We're only on level 5. Let's blink away. You see? My blinks are no good. Right beside him. Took 3 blinks to get away from him. And it's that sort of thing that can kill you. When you need to use blink. For some reason, I'm not sure why, potions of porrages seem to be pre-identified. And speaking of which, it's time to start identifying our potions. Hopefully we'll get a beneficial mutation. They are one of my favorite potions now. Brilliance. Restore abilities. Might. And Berserk Rage. Okay, well, let's drop some of these. Certainly degeneration can go. Lignification, I'm not sure what that's good for. It turns you into a tree. Berserk Rage. I suppose it could be useful if you need to suddenly increase your armor class and not move at all, but I think they could have come up with something a little better than that for a new potion. One moment. Alright, I had to take a little break there. Here we are on level 6. And let's continue on. We're doing fairly well, actually. And that's because I haven't run into a ghost yet. The dungeon is filled with nasty ghosts at the moment. Uh-oh. Let's blink and take out that spore. Pick up the staff and let's put all this experience into dodging. It's at 6.4 now. Let's see what we get. 6.4. Not as much as I expected. The centaur here is reminding me to perhaps memorize repel missiles. Now you notice I'm not training any of my spell schools. That's because I'm saving them for my inevitable encounter with Sif Muna. And one of the problems I'm having with ghosts lately is they're not walking in a conjure flame like they used to. Let's see if this fellow does. Yep. And here's the temple, most likely guarded by horrible creatures. Well, one snake. Let's go into the temple, and then we're going to read our scrolls, cut down on our weight here. Sif Muna? Yes. Okay, now we can start training some of our spell schools. We'll start with charms. And let's read these scrolls. Immolation, recharging, I have nothing to recharge. Vulnerability, amnesia, which I won't need with Sif Muna. Enchant weapon 1, I will gladly enchant the dagger, and let's try this staff. Staff of Wizardry. That's a good one. Teleportation, fear, magic mapping, fog, blink, noise, and remove curse. This should allow me to pick up that staff we couldn't pick up upstairs. And at the moment we do not need the Staff of Wizardry, but I'm certainly going to keep it handy. And here comes the difficult part of being a wizard. And that is waiting to get some sort of blasting spell. Enchant weapon 2. Just make sure that guy was good and confused before we played with him there. Confuse those orcs, and there we go. I'm doing fairly well. I might actually get to the lair. Oh, it's Mikkel. That's alright. Let's see if he's stupid enough to walk into a conjure flame. No. Yes. Now we'll poison him and take out one of Mikkel's minions. I think we're going to have to do this with some flame clouds. Let's see if they will be nice and walk into the flames. Looks like they're not. So I might have to get a little stabby with them. Important to save our mana here. There we go. Well, the whip is glowing, but I don't want to get into whips, so we'll just stick with our dagger for now. We have the Staff of Wizardry, which we'll most likely be switching to as soon as we get a decent spell. I'll blink, and there we go. Okay, let's disable the Orc Priest. Now we're gonna have to run away. get an imp into play here. This is costing an awful lot of mana. I really would like to take out that phantom though, so let's try these rods. Oh, that's good. Let's try the other one. We do have potions of heal wounds, so I'm not too worried yet. I think I'll quaff one now just in case. That gets our charms up to level 4. Let's keep it there. Let's get our blink a little more reliable. I think level 2 is good enough. And let's take out these spores before they occupy the entire floor. That was probably not a smart move to stand right beside the knoll while I was taking out the spore, but I got away with it, but that's just lazy play there. Crawl is a battle against yourself. Level 9, increased strength. Our intelligence is up to 30, which is great. So this might be a viable character. It will all depend on getting some decent spell books, though. And lately a lot of people have been asking about the music, so I'm going to put a description of the music in each of my videos from now on. I suppose I should have been doing that all along. I have already pre-planned the music I'm going to play for this video. And it's going to be Sylvius Leopold Weiss. Oh. I think these jellies don't eat items anymore, which is kind of good, I guess. I'm not sure why they took that out. And this currently is played on a steel string guitar, which is unusual, an unusual choice. I'm not a huge fan of steel strings myself. The only real strings are gut strings, as far as I'm concerned. Now here's trouble. Let's take this one out first. We do not want anything to do with that battle axe. I'm going to use the Wand of Magic Darts since we're out of mana. There we go. Rest up and continue on. There might be more of those whites. They usually come in packs of 4. And it's time to find some food. Oh, another ring. Excellent. Let's try it on. Ring of Magical Power. That's a good one. Ring of Fire. Let's go for the Magical Power for now. As a Deep Elf, it's not a very useful ring. I mean, somewhat useful. It's always nice to have more mana, but it declines in usefulness the more your spellcasting goes up. Because we are at a hard limit of 50 mana, I believe. But we've got some good tools so far, so I'm starting to get a little bit of hope that this might be a good run. Not that I really wanted a huge run. But I would like to get at least the lair and Orcish Mines complete. Let's see what happens. How is our dodging doing? 9.8. We'll get it up to 10 for now. And that's another mistake I often make. I usually leave it off at 10. Let's go up. Actually, translocations has been trained way too much. So let's turn that off and conjurations. In preparation for our next spell, whatever it is. Let's put up a fire. And there we go. Repel missiles. Fit a cloud 'em. Kill 'em and eat 'em. How are our spells doing? They're all hungerless. And they're all very castable. Unfortunately, our piety is not exactly screaming upward. Dodging's at 10. Let's turn it off. Let's keep spellcasting on, and we can get a little more charms. If for nothing but Sif Moon of Piety. Come on. I think they've made the creatures a little more intelligent about walking into flame clouds, which makes things a little more difficult. Book. Why do you give me these crappy books? Stone skin, ice form, statue form, dragon form. Okay. None of these are any good. I have nothing to blast with at all. Let's drop all the books here. And identify some of these potions. Poison and flight. We'll drop the poison. And we still have needles, so we'll pick those up in case we ever need them. Let's try them here. Alright, well that was somewhat useful, I suppose. I might as well use them. I mean, carrying them around. These fellows aren't usually alone. But this one was. They're quite deadly in combination with things that kill you. There we go. For some reason a lone jackal on, the 8th floor of the dungeon. And we're getting into dangerous territory here. Because I've seen invisible horrors this low in the dungeon before. I've seen them as low as level 7. Which, quite frankly, is hardly fair. Even if they were visible, they are a fairly tough monster. And all we have is our piddling magic dart. But we're not yet ready for the lair either. I mean, we don't have anything besides magic dart to blast with. We've got another pip of Sif Moon of Piety, but our first book gift is going to come probably midway through the lair. And we were lucky enough to find 2 books already, but neither of them were very useful. There have been no shops. And this is one of the problems with being a wizard. I want to get rid of some of this food. We'll eat the pear and the snoscumber. Oh yes, they've also changed repel missiles apparently. You only have to cast it once, and then it's, I believe it's good for a number of hits. And then it will just disappear. Methes, Reanimator, Necromancer, okay. Well, we'll see if he walks into a flame. We'll put 3 up here. Oh, he did. Quite nice of him. That's charms to level 10. We'll turn it off. Summonings, I guess we can get to level 2. It's always good to have a summoning. What is that? A gargoyle. I can't fight that. Stone arrow. Oh god. This is looking bad. We're going to drag him upstairs and pray he goes into the fire. Ow. Heal wounds. I don't have any options. We'll use the Wand of Fire on him. Maybe that will kill him. I have no choice but to heal now. One more stone arrow is going to kill me. And all I have is curing. Let's just hope this fire hits him. There we go. Okay. Things are starting to get difficult now. Oh, here's the lair apparently. We'll drag up as much as we can. Blink. Conjure a flame. Get an imp. Confuse the worker ant. And here come the bees. And the frogs. This looks like a situation where it might be best to retreat. Our mephitic cloud is quite loud and it's drawing a whole mess of creatures. We'll drag these two up and we're going to have to stair dance for a while. We'll mephitic ourselves here and hopefully it won't last long, which it didn't. Never usually seems to. And down we go again. Oh, it was nice to have the bat aside us rather than one of the more heavy-hitting monsters. Okay, we've more or less cleared the stairs. Let's stay away from the lair for a moment and hope there's a bookshop on this level. Might be a bit of a pipe dream though. Oh, the ghost didn't walk in there. He will walk in here. There we go. See, it's at this point where a wizard becomes pretty frustrating. I mean, most of these monsters are killable with the tool set I have now. It's just slow and grindy. A book. Okay, that's very good. Let's get a couple imps. We'll poison them. Okay, summonings is good enough. Let's slowly make our way towards the book. Killing anything that tries to stop us. Oh, a book of summonings. Come on. Well, if that's all we have, that's all we have. And I love Summon Demon, so we'll take that. That interrupted my memorization. Do we have a Scroll of Amnesia? Yes, we do. Let's get rid of Column, Imp, and I'm going to replace it with Summon Demon. And we're going to have to put our summonings back on. I do not want to become a summoner. Let's get the staff back on. Summon demons at 10%. That's fairly dangerous. We need to get better at summoning. So we're going to turn everything else off for now. And we might as well keep our dagger in hand for this elf here. Wand of Draining, that might be useful. I mean, we need all the help we can get right now. I'm gonna drop the needle gun, I suppose. No, I better not. We've got to drop something. Well, we'll drop the book. But we're still burdened, so we'll try out these wands. Slowing and... let's drop slowing. We'll drop magic darts. And we'll try this ivory wand. Confusion. Now we'll drop that too. Okay, let's polish up this level. I saw a jelly there somewhere. There we go. We really need something else. Now, Summon Demon will pretty much take out everything in the lair. But the issue is that sometimes the demons turn on you. Oh. Curse short sword. Let's remove the curse. Luckily we have lots of those. Another glowing dagger. Let's try this one out just in case. Might be a dagger of protection. Oh, it's just a 3+1 dagger. Might as well stick with our dagger of poison. Oh, we might get ourselves a troll leather armor here. Let's burn the troll and see what happens. No, unfortunately no troll leather armor. There's the stairs down, and it's time to go into the lair. Summonings is at 4.8. Summon Demon is at 14%. I think it's time to use Summon Demon. First let's wield our Staff of Wizardry. Unfortunately I took a few steps before that spiny frog came after me. While that spiny frog was coming after me, my first cast failed. My second cast was more successful. Just in case, let's get a fire cloud up here. And we'll let those two duke it out. Excellent. Good work, Demon. Unfortunately, having a demon do all your fighting with you does make things a little grindy as well. It also cuts back on your experience quite a bit. So I'll be happy when I can find a new book. Oh, a sun demon, okay. Just go kill them. Summonings is not one of my favorite schools in the game. I used to actually think it was quite easy. And then I tried it, and it's not that easy. Probably because I lack the patience to properly fight alongside the demons. It just annoys me having to step around and... Oh, back off here. Maybe I can get the experience for this guy. Let's try Conjure Flame, and yes. Yaks are usually dumb enough to stand in the flames. You'd think it would go against all animal instincts to stand in a fire. Demon time. And I'm getting a little carried away here. I shouldn't have let them get that close. And I shouldn't be retreating into unknown territory. We'll get one more demon up. And they're still taking all my kills. But I don't have much of a choice. Here's a black mamba, so we'll let our demons do the talking here. We'll get our summonings up too. Let's see what our power level is a little more than half. I suppose it's worth training summoning up more. We'll try to take these guys out without it. No, we need a demon. We need 2. Now we need to blink. That's probably going to bring more monsters after us. Might be worth a potion of haste here. But sheep are not all that dangerous. I'm going to drain them. And now I can kill him, I think. There we go. Now we'll get one more demon up, and they should defend me. Thank you, demons. Oh, I feel so cheap. It's a bit of a cop-out, letting your demons do your fighting for you. Ow. We better step away from that thing. I'm going to quaff the potion of porridge as well. Okay, now that he's confused, we can get our demons up and clear out this annoying water area. I'm just passing here. At least I'm surrounded by summons, so I'm not too worried. But I'm keeping an eye on that electric eel. If that thing comes back to life, we're in trouble. There we go. My cheap army of demons. Okay. Whoa, it's been 47 minutes. Let's end the video here, and I will continue shortly. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.